Hey guys, this week we're going to take a look at some resource packs which will improve your Minecraft world, as we try to create the perfect RPG experience. I figured this was a good video idea with the recent RPG mods video I covered. All of these packs were tested on the latest version of Minecraft, but chances are you can use them on the likes of 1.16 too. I'll also include a few 1.16 packs which I like, which also work on 1.17. I downloaded all these packs from CurseForge, and I'm going to start doing themed videos like this each month. If you want to download any of these packs, you can find the links in the description below. I love how Minecraft looks with Dandelion X. It's extremely simple, creating a look for Minecraft that looks like it could be a Nintendo game, especially looking at textures like the sun. The textures are so basic and minimal, but that's what makes this pack so perfect, as they all work together without any issues or hiccups. Some textures even have random variations, with animations being introduced to some foliage. I think for an RPG game that encourages exploration without having too dark of a theme, this pack is great. Another very stylized pack is Legendary Pack, which isn't as minimalist as Dandelion X, but it comes close. Straight away, one of my favorite features is the HUD, which doesn't look so plain and boring anymore. When heading to a village, you might be shocked to see that its residents now look like actual humans, with some even having 3D facial features. The Iron Golem also looks very interesting, with it now looking a lot like the Iron Giant. Villagers aren't the only creatures to receive 3D treatment either, as most living things in your world have received a major overhaul. It almost feels like a whole new game in comparison to vanilla Minecraft. In order to build the best RPG experience in Minecraft, it's a good idea to use a solid texture pack that offers not only great block textures throughout the map, but also overhauls many items. Mythic is a great option for this. It's a texture pack that overhauls everything in Minecraft to create an immersive role-playing experience, offering clean, high-quality textures and redesigns of armor, weapons, monsters, and more. This pack is of a pixel art style. Fishy's magic horses makes quite a lot of changes. Firstly, white horses inside of dark forests have a chance to spawn as unicorns. You can also apply name tags to horses with words like Pegasus, Zorse, and Xali in order to change their appearance, so that they fit a more fantasy-style theme. Another great texture pack you may prefer to Mythic is Vividity, a much more vibrant attempt at a fantasy-themed texture pack. Like Mythic, this is a full overhaul to everything in Minecraft, so it will cover all blocks and item types, and not leave anything looking out of place. If you're looking to go for a style that's more lighthearted and cartoon-looking, this pack is a great way to get your RPG world looking the part. The team behind the Advancement Plaques mod have made another resource pack add-on available. It's called Embellished Stone. When you unlock an advancement, the window that pops up will have a more detailed look, being brown in color with a gold trim. Remember, you have to have the Advancement Plaques mod installed for this to work. A pack that I think matches Embellished Stone is Stoneborn, which overhauls your UI. It aims to give it a dwarven appearance and really works well with Embellished Stone, as it too is brown in color with a gold trim. You might spot some brick patterns in places, but some of my favorite changes are made to the enchanting table interface. I've mentioned Sconces before, but I have to mention it again, as it really fits the RPG theme. It will replace your torches in Minecraft, both vanilla and soul versions, so that they have a much better design. Their appearance will vary depending on if they're placed on top of a block or on the side of it. Armorstands Reimagined will improve your armor stands, which you might want to set up in guard outposts or villages. Instead of being made of thin pieces of wood, they're now much bulkier and look like they're able to actually hold heavy armor. With Cal's Grimdark Sky Pack installed, your sky will look dramatically different. You'll see all new changes like shooting stars, giant colorful planets, and all new cloud effects and more. It makes your world feel like it's a completely different universe, one which is so different from Earth. The Beds Reimagined resource pack is a great choice too. Now beds should look a lot more 3D, with items like the pillow, bed frame, and mattress all being separated from each other and looking like individual parts. If your RPG world has taverns, you could use this pack to make your rooms look more realistic. French Fonts is a standalone font pack. It aims to try to look similar to vanilla, but with a more classic role-playing game style to it. As it is a higher resolution, it also looks clearer than the vanilla font, which is a nice bonus. Cal's Expanded Armory is an interesting resource pack that replaces the existing weapon and armor textures in vanilla Minecraft with more rugged-looking textures, with your character now appearing to look like they actually created the equipment themselves. One interesting feature of this pack is that through item naming, you can change the appearance of your armor so that it has light and heavy versions, giving a lot more variation. The same goes for tools too, as you can rename items to turn them into katanas, daggers, battle axes, and more. I think this pack is a great addition to your RPG world, especially if you've decided not to run a texture pack for your terrain. Another fitting weapon pack is Nongfu's 3D weapons. In this pack, you can rename any existing sword or axe to be replaced by some interesting 3D weapons instead. This pack includes huge cleavers, maces, polearms, swords, and more. This pack could allow you to introduce much rarer weapons to unlock in your world, instead of using the vanilla styles everyone is familiar with. I think it would be really cool to have these spawn on creatures too, if you really wanted to put the work in. If you played older versions of games like Doom and Wolfenstein 3D, then I think you'd like this pack. Perch is a pack which brings in lots of RPG-themed textures into Minecraft. But with it being just 8x8 in resolution, it really gives it a classical appearance. The pack isn't fully complete yet, but so far I really like where it's headed, and it definitely transforms Minecraft a lot. It almost feels like you're playing a game on an old device like a Game Boy, but you've jumped into the world to explore it properly. Add Reforged is another fantasy RPG pack that completely revamps the entirety of Minecraft's textures to feel more medieval, or even Viking and Roman. There's lots of changes, with the pack overall feeling more dark and gritty compared to some of the other cartoon-styled ones we've talked about so far. Your paintings are also going to be replaced by wooden shields, long swords, or even knives, which give access to more decoration. Armor textures are replaced with high-detailed plate armor and large helmets, with shields also looking very different. All in all, this is a great pack for fans of proper medieval role-playing. Gosha's RPG first-person pack is a must-have for every RPG world and replaces the vanilla point of view with one more suited to an RPG. In this simple pack, items you often carry like tools and swords are carried vertically to feel more realistic, while also being closer to the screen. Torches and lanterns are also 3D in both first and third person, which is a much-needed change, and it also works with sconces. Items that you're holding in general should be bigger now and face towards you so that you can see them better, and I'd say this pack made my exploration, especially in caves, feel more exciting and engaging. Faithless is a very clever resource pack designed to help users who suffer from color blindness, including full monochromacy. It helps with this by giving each ore a unique shape and giving unique patterns to blocks that are always the same style, just a different color. Even if these features aren't useful to you, the texture pack itself is very well made and gives a vibrant and stylized look to Minecraft, although the pack isn't yet completely finished, as some blocks and items are still waiting on textures. The developer has also plans to implement fonts that should help people with dyslexia. If your idea of an RPG world is damaged, weathered, and torn, then Battered Old Stuff would be a great resource pack for your world. It takes all of Minecraft's blocks and textures, making them look like they've been through multiple wars, as they now have a really grunge-like look to them. This can make some of your interiors look really grimy and rotten. Parts of this pack kind of remind me of the game Rust, and fit that survival or post-apocalyptic look. Blinking Ender Eyes just adds a bit more of a fantasy feeling, as the eyes are alive now. Whether they're in your inventory, your hand, or inside an end portal frame, the eyes will occasionally blink. If you're going to explore your world with a loyal companion, then try out Better Dogs. When you tame a wolf, its texture will change into a random breed of dog, but you can also determine the breed yourself by using name tags. Some of the breeds include bulldogs, retrievers, pugs, and boxers. Bushy Biomes will replace cube-looking leaf blocks with bushy leaves instead, making your world look a lot more natural. But another cool change this mod brings is with biomes. as the trees that grow there can have different colored leaves, which might be golden, pink, or covered in snow. It's worth mentioning Xali's potions. In an RPG, it makes sense to always be brewing and drinking potions, and Xali's pack really helps with identifying which potion is which, without having to hover over them. Each potion has a different icon, with the bottle shape often indicating what it does, like a heart for health or an eye for night vision. Creatures Plus adds tons of new creatures, which come in the form of new textures for existing creatures. For example, a dolphin might now look like an orca, beluga whale, or narwhal, whereas a fox might spawn as a raccoon, badger, or red panda. The great thing about this pack is that no renaming is required. You simply stumble across dozens of new creatures without needing to do any renaming. Some other animals that are changed include bees, pigs, rabbits, cows, and parrots. If you're sticking to vanilla style, then you can just add the Better Ender Dragon pack. It makes use of Optifine to change the model, adding more detail and glowing effects, making it look a lot more intimidating. That covers our list of resource packs. As you can expect, there were a lot of options to choose from, but I felt these were some of the best out there. I've covered more resource pack videos, which should be on the screen right now, and I've got tons of more content on my channel, which you might like.